Us.
Sa.
Us. Welcome to Feed 'em Bra, Australia's #1 fucking Golden Gloves podcast.
Wow, okay.
We are back again. Sorry the episode is late. We've had a fucking big week. We've been travelling around.
Yeah. Well, we were saving it. We were saving it up for a very special guest. Welcome back, John Cruickshank. How are you, Shank, mate?
Guys, how are you?
One of the kings.
Thanks for having me. Home
Home ground, yeah. We like to do it.
Away from home ground.
Yeah, we're at the Hewitt studio today. We're at the Cooper's Inn.
Pre-show.
Beautiful stuff.
Bit of a vibe in the air, mate. Friday night.
It's good actually.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, mate. It's good to just get comfortable in the space. Try and
Just
get
feel
it.
it,
Yeah,
like,
just vibe it out.
Yeah. It is just time on site,
Yeah, clocking in early.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
The logbook, mate.
When did you get into Melbourne, mate?
Wednesday morning. Yeah, Wednesday morning.
Fantastic. Yeah. And any other big plans besides some wonderful gigs, mate?
I'm doing this basketball tournament, the Bunt Jam.
Oh, here we go.
It's like it's kind of cool. It's like the Bunt. I don't know if it's called the Bunt Jam. The Bunt, I think, is called. Yeah, it's called the Bunt. Big podcast, but skating. I think. I don't know if it's American or might be Canadian. But anyway, they have because it's like Vans is attached to the shoes or whatever. Yeah, they do big events. And
So sorry, it's basketball with Vans. No, skating.
It's like a skating thing, yeah. And you got a few pros from all around the world and shit. Fuck knows how they let me do it. There's stipulations about your skating ability to be in it,
Yeah.
Like you can't just get, someone from the NBL or something.
Yeah,
It's like
okay.
you've got to be able to do I don't know what it is.
Oh, that sounds... Are you all good, ZD?
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good, I think.
Zach's just doing a bit of on-air...
Bit of monkeying
Yeah,
around
he's
with the
like
mic.
monkeying around.
soldering the microphone connection.
Sorry about the smell.
So this is sounding good, ZD. Have you heard about this? The Vans...
Skateboarders playing basketball.
Yeah, they do it all over the world. And then my friend who works at Vans was actually the one to say, well, why not?
Geez, this
Here
is...
in Melbourne,
This sounds like it's ready-made for John Cruickshank.
Yeah.
It's your two passions combined. If they let you get on the mic, it's all over. It's the triple threat right there for...
No,
for the
Mike.
Johns.
I'll be just. But when I was, I kind of stopped playing basketball to start skateboarding.
Right.
Where you
That
going?
skateboarding led you right back.
And then, so I guess this almost feels like a full
Full circle.
moment.
a
In
360.
in a lame kind of way.
Yeah.
But they also released this pair of shoes in a similar vein that was like New Balance. Shout out the sponsors. It's like, I don't know if you know Kawhi Leonard, who was an NBA player.
Yeah, the claw.
And then, yeah. And then Thiago Lemos is like this sick pro skater. And he just had a clip like skating in the Kawhi Leonard shoes, And then I think they just hooked up because they're both on New Balance. And they made this shoe that's like you can skate in and play basketball in.
The ultimate...
Which I've been fucking, like it's in the whole one shoe,
Yeah.
I've been fucking loving it.
That's what we call the teenager at the park dream duo.
Yeah. But
If it has an attachment that you can, light a bong off, you got the triathlon of what these kids are up to at the
At least
park.
it's satisfying.
Yeah.
You like that, mate? That's a bit of a gag.
No, that's
mate.
good. That's mate. I'm open to that. I'll receive that.
Is there ever tensions at the skate parks, mate? There's often a basketball court near the skate park. Are they two rival? Is it sort of the Montagues and the Capulets in there
looks
sometimes?
In the personalities?
Yeah, or is there ever beef between the...
Looks like it's been squashed if there ever was.
Yeah, maybe this is
It's different. It is kind of different worlds, I think, in a way.
Yeah.
Like the basketball team that I play, I've been playing again basketball like 5-on-5, with refs and shit. Fucking amateur, not even amateur, but adult sports.
Yeah.
In Sydney on Tuesdays, and that's been good. I'm heaps older than everyone. Like everyone else would be at least 10 years younger and shit, but still doing all right.
How did you link up with these guys?
Well, it's a guy I know from skating, Jack
Okay.
Patterson, and we were chatting in the finals of the NBA so much. He said, we got a team of all that's come down because it's kind of all skating and all city cunts. Like we just look so more fucked than the rest of the competition. Like. Because cunts who are into basketball in Australia, they don't really have any, if they have a tattoo, it's awful, it's whatever, and it's not that I'm cool, but you know what I mean? It's a different, and there's all the jewelry, everyone's cunts got to take their jewelry off for fucking half an hour.
For your team or in general?
Yeah, called the active shooters.
Oh, great.
Which is a bit much, but the young guys think it's funny,
I think it's funny.
That's a
fucking great name.
That's a classic of the genre, the gag social sport team.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a classic.
I don't know.
Totally.
I don't know if I mentioned it on the pod, but when we were playing touch years ago in Brisbane, we got one denied. It was during quite a high-profile murder case.
Yeah.
And the bloke's name was like Baden Clay. It was like everyone's talking about it, and it's like his wife just disappeared, but he like had all these scratches on him and like was covered in dirt and shit. When they were like, "Oh, your wife's missing," he's like, "Fuck, really? What were you up to, mate?" And I couldn't tell you. But anyway, one of my mates was like, "Let's call our team the Baden Playmakers," and he didn't get through the books. Yeah,
you could probably get away with it now.
Yeah, probably now.
Everyone's forgotten. I think this is sort of close to being in bad taste and whatever, and that one, but it's like, whatever,
it's
you know.
Right, man. You get a lot, ruck me dead is a lot.
There's a few. Fuck, I can't
touch
think.
Football is like there's a lot there.
No, I think it's similar in the basketball. One of the it's something. It's like something to do with like bricks, like a pun on bricks, or like bricklaying or something. Like a brick shot. I don't know.
Yeah, it's good. That's really nice. So it is quite a strong bond, the skater and the...
Well, I'm just thinking now, the main skate park I used to go to when I was in high school, right across the road from the Murray Sports Complex, where all the basketball courts were. So they seem to be intrinsically linked, the more I think about it.
Yeah. I'm often, I'm just taking, what's her name? What's the big, what's the bowl? What's the famous...
Oh, Fitzroy in Melbourne.
Yeah. You got the park there. You got the basketball courts near the bowl there.
Where's the courts there?
Oh, it's just across the park. It's not super close. Just go with me on the journey.
No. But it's all part of it. Sorry. But in other places it is. There is it is. I guess it's just a public space thing and a bit American.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
There's some good
shoes. Both basketball players and skaters love shoes.
Yeah, that's true. The
really,
footwear,
really
like
shoes.
into different. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And have probably borrowed off one another for like the. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like the Converse, the Kurt Cobain, whatever. Chuck Taylors were kind of their first basketball shoes, and I think maybe also some of the first skating shoes.
Well, they're like the Dunlop volleys of the US.
So when you when you're playing basketball, are all you guys wearing the big like fat etnies? Is that the?
No.
Is that what you guys still skating?
Everyone's got their sneakers,
That's how you know they're all basketball players.
Yeah. But I got I got the ones I'm saying, the New Balance, and they're pretty good.
Yeah, is anyone still rocking the big fat etnies, or are they making a comeback?
Skating or basketball?
Yeah, skate.
Nah. Oh, you will say, fuck, where do you see them? Nah, not. I mean, the brand is there still, etnies, I think.
They were huge when I was like the fatter your shoes were, the cooler you were when I was in high school.
Literally and metaphorically, they were huge.
Oh, I used to do that, all that shit, put the tongues in, crazy
shit. Not tie them like that, but like tie them.
That must have been sort of basketball influence, to get...
Run us through a Cruickshank look in that era. You're rocking the etnies.
It was like, what was it like? I'm just trying to think, because I wasn't into like... I was listening to the NoFX and shit, but I wasn't going like... It was like the cargo shorts and the skate t-shirt and the socks up a bit. Yeah. And like... I remember I had white Americas for a bit, like a white but then just whatever skate shoes. Yeah. And that was kind of the Gims, And then jeans,
All classic looks. So when did you start really getting into skating, Shank? You gave up the b-ball for the skating, did you?
Around when I was 15, yeah. But that's, I don't know if I was, and then I probably got into it more after that. But that's when I was like, I want to have a go at this. I still played basketball for a bit, but it did like.
And were you playing for a club and since you were a kid?
Yes, in high school, at Sutherland, I was playing reps and that. I mean, I played all through high school, and then I did my apprenticeship, and then so it was fucking harder anyway. But because I was at Janali or whatever, it was every cunt did an apprenticeship.
Where were you? What position did you play?
In basketball, I guess like I did a bit of everything, but like sort of like a forward.
Yeah.
And
is that what you do now? Is that your role now and in the comp?
I guess a bit of like a bit of shooting and a bit of inside.
Yeah, you got a fucking nice shot.
Yeah. I used to play so much that it is testament to doing something as a kid, and then like forming the fucking muscle, whatever it is. Like it must work into the teenage years because that's when I was peak shooting, Yeah. But I've been I've been going a lot.
So run us through that because I often see that if you don't follow Shank on Instagram, do that. But you'll often see, you know, good bit of footage of you just running around draining threes in this thing, and then the ball shoots back to you.
Yeah.
Where's this? Like, what's the atmos in this sort of place?
It's good. It's pretty good. It's in Redfern, and or Alexandria, more specifically in Sydney. And I think they've got a few around. And I think a few people have been saying that there's something similar in Brunswick, maybe. Okay. And I'd be sure there'd be a setup in Melbourne. There'd have to be, you know.
Yeah,
they're crazy for the hoops down here.
You got some young fellas in there with hoop dreams. Some serious young looking fellas, or
and old cunts like me, a bit of a mix, you know. Because it's good. I mean, the shooting's good. The repetition's fun, you know. Because it is like.
Especially when the ball's coming back to you.
Well, that's what I mean. You just kind of locked
running
in,
around
like, and it
don't look at that. Don't worry about whatever that was.
Yeah, I don't
audio.
fully know what that was.
Yeah, I think that was someone's pet mouse anyway.
Yeah.
Not a pest.
Just come down to the Coopers Inn. Beautiful palmies.
But you wish, doing something like that, doing the basketball, like you wish you could be on the bloody stage here at the Coopers Inn, just locked into that one moment, like right before the punchline, and just tried 10 different you know what I mean? Just go, what about this? What about this? What about... And some way, you know what I mean? Like, and skating, like you just kind of really... I can't think of anything else like similar to that.
There are a lot of repetition pursuits you've got, Shank. You know, don't you have to do it like skating? You're always trying the trick over and over.
I suppose so, yeah.
Shooting the hoops over and over.
Shooting the hoops.
Bombing over and over, if you mean.
Comedy to an extent, yeah. Well, even if it goes well, you have to keep doing it.
No.
You know, like, it's not like you do well and that they let you stop. You know?
Everyone's talking about the one time you did the game.
Oh, they never say, yeah.
That'd be nice. You just have to do it once.
Yeah, I'm a comedian. Yeah, comedian. Yeah.
We've all heard about that one time. Yeah, that was awesome.
Got my certificate. I suppose. I mean, but that's life. But the basketball repetition, I think, is like super specific, and so it is fun. It's just quite meditative, you know. You're just there, you know, and you got the numbers, so you can work on. You know, it counts it out and shit. So you can go for 70%. You can go for 80%. You know.
Yeah.
What they're counting your shots?
It's got a thing that does it, yeah.
That thing that shoots it back.
Yeah, the computer, yeah. But it's often fucked, and it'll have like it won't count. I think there must be a connection between the but like so it'll say you've shot 150 shots and like got none because it doesn't count at all, you know.
Yeah.
So like, and it's just one machine that's fucked. So you can go there and you know you might have a session booked at 12:30 and it's 12:25. Someone's there and it'll say they've made no shots, and you can always. Hey, that's could have done better, you know. Like just because you know, it's just a bit of you know, that's the sort of gear we're doing, dropping down at the AUSA.
It's sort of like the foot.
Sort of bringing a bit of the comedy to the sport.
Mate,
and
that's awesome, mate. That's an awesome combination of it all. It's sort of like a big version of now. You know me, I'm often at a time zone style situation.
You're a fiend for a time zone.
I suppose so. Yeah,
you get those, but you know, sometimes you get some serious kids on those things. They love them.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, very.
Last time I did one of those, I was real bad. It fucking upset me.
Oh, but it is, you know, the dimensions aren't great that you're working with there. But I remember doing, you know, where you just fucking climb the cunt. You know what I mean? Just to try and feed out the tickets and like going there and then like trying to like follow through with the tickets, you know, see if you can get an extra ticket, like you just like pull one, shit like that. Back in the day, you know, the 90s days.
It's good. Yeah, now it's all on the card, mate. Everything's on the card. You don't get the tickets, mate.
I can remember this. I don't know if this story's out of nowhere, but just for the sake of telling it, types of blokes or whatever. But did you ever have Intensity? These things that were kind of like in the 90s, sort of like a time zone, but like a fresh.
No,
one, but it's like video game arcades and all this stuff.
It does ring a bit of a bell, but
I loved like Mortal Kombat and all that shit, Street Fighter. And I remember Mortal Kombat 2 came out in Intensity at Hurstville in the Westfield, and I'd go there all the time and play it. And I'm there playing it, and then there's this older guy there playing it, and I just remember he was wearing like, I don't know, like real American shit, and he had like a baby, and his missus was there, but still young, and he was like insane on this game, like just fucking unbelievable, just playing this fucking game. Like he was, you know what I mean, with his teenage pregnancy or whatever, they're just there, and he's just fucking giving me all these moves. He goes, go like that, this, like that. And I still remember the shit he taught me. He was fatality every round, you know what I mean? Like it was fucking insane. And I just remember thinking, who the fuck is this cunt? You know, where's he going after this? Fuck, and I don't know.
Good at that.
No Instagram, nothing.
The kid's
back
like,
then.
can we play daddy? He's like, no, this is serious stuff.
He was like, but
this isn't for children, mate.
He knew shit like that. The game wasn't doing. You know, you learn from the games what they do, and this shit wasn't like. The CPU couldn't do this shit, you know.
yeah.
It was nuts, you know.
That's wild to get so good at something that was probably, you know, people only playing arcade games for fucking 10 years.
Yeah.
Really, and he clocked it.
Yeah.
And now it's
And the dollar, you know, a $1 back then was more too. So it wasn't cheap. You know, he must have poured fucking thousands into it, you know, or whatever. Like,
yeah. His teenage wife's like, could you please pick up a gambling habit?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
At least there's some chance sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, mate, it's like, could you have not like mastered on the claw? Or at least our kid would be getting a toy every now and then.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
Yeah. My favorite in that stuff is is all of like the Asian hype beast kids at the Dance Dance games.
Yeah.
They're fucking insane.
That goes off. Yeah,
they go off. There's like a drum one now that's very popular.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Because you're always dipping into the time zone.
A little date night, mate. That's a bit of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Tully's a cheap. Well, it can add up, mate.
Yeah, trying to get your number up on the punching bag machine.
Yeah. Watch this, babe. Yeah.
All those places.
Chicks love that stuff, guys.
Yeah.
If you're ever at a country pub or anywhere there's a Dragon Force punch machine, guys, just do it heaps.
Don't
and get really intense with the other guys that are doing it.
Yeah. Instantly make it a competition.
Yeah, wait for them to put a score and then you just barge through and try and beat their score, and everyone's cool about it.
I just hate how it's all, you know, it has to be their currency.
Yeah.
You know, at all those places, there's no trust with this fucking, you know, whatever it is, the hard-earned out there. Yeah. It's like, how about you give us some and we'll give you some.
Yeah.
You know, for this. And then I got fucking 10 coins from Starbar on my fucking dressing side table.
Yeah.
You know?
Cash isn't king in there, mate.
Yeah.
Play by there.
Yeah, they're cash time zone. Time zone fucking dollars.
Yeah, you're on Greenwich Mean Coin over there. Yeah. The time zone, mate. Yeah, it's a while. Not to bring it back to comedy, but one of my favorites is there was a club that was called the Rubber Chicken, and they'd pay you in clock bucks, which is awesome.
Oh, there you go.
Not bad. Yeah, and then someone once stole a whole wad of clock bucks, and they're like, "Clock bucks avoid! Oh fuck!
Yeah, send them
right, it's gonna bankrupted the whole currency.
Yeah. There was serious inflation on the clock.
Yeah. Someone came in.
The bottom.
We think we know who it was too. There's footage of some
1980 Zimbabwe on the clock bucks for a little while there. Hyperinflation,
clock.
2,000 clock bucks get you a Mexican Palmer at one point. It was unbelievable. Really tough.
Has anyone ever tried to game the skateboarder basketball competition? Like trying to teach Andrew Boger to kickflip?
Oh, yeah, that would be good.
Going the other way, you know?
I don't know. I think you get nowadays, like, just speaking back to that shoe thing again, like, you know, people growing up now are exposed to skating a bit more. So even if they go on to play NBA, so I think part of that like that Kawhi, like he must have been exposed to skating. And I think he did. Sure. He's like, he used to do pop shove-its and shit a little bit. Yeah. But I know, like, when they did a photo shoot for that specifically, I mean, I think he's injured anyway, his knee. Yeah. Kawhi, not to be like, I know about that shit, but
from doing
but you know, but then you got the pro skater there, and you know, and they're in LA and shit because he played, you know, and it's all cool and like. And apparently, like someone was saying, like, I don't know if he wanted to take a photo on the board or something, but it was like, fuck, this can't even go near the board. You know, like because of the insurance and shit.
Oh, like, insane.
That was like a big thing. And so you see the photos and it's just he's like holding it and shit, you know. Yeah. But I mean, it makes sense of the professional basketball.
On a micro level, you know, there's like a few, every now and then you get the NRL player that's like gone off an electric scooter or something, and everyone's like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah, he had an injury trying to do an ollie on a Razor scooter. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with them? It's awesome.
We had a few years ago now, but like when I was doing the first Redfern Electrical, there's a shot in it where I'm like riding my bike and carrying the ladder or whatever, and it's and we filmed that before anything, maybe before it was like written and stuff, you know. We just sort of had the idea, but Luke, who I work with, Luke Smith, was doing a job for National Geographic, I think, something like that, in like Byron with Chris Hemsworth, you know, the Thor guy, you know. And I think the day before the shoot, the cunt, he broke his foot skateboarding up in you know, on his property or something, or going for a skate, broke his and couldn't do it. And so we had that particular like drone camera that could shoot like that. And that's how we were able to get,
Oh,
and it's like fucking so much money to hire. You can't justify hiring it, but it was already hired, paid for by National Geographic, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You need breaks like that in filmmaking, but it was kind of cool
Yeah,
the way
yeah.
it worked. And Luke was like, well, fuck, it's got to be today. What do you want to do, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, well, what about the bike and the ladder?
Yeah, that's awesome. You got to have a drone shot at some point now. You know, you got to get it in there if you
Surprised
can.
you don't have one for
Well,
years.
Yeah,
Come to
mate.
Cuba's in.
Yeah.
Thinking about getting one for the podcast.
Yeah.
Just fucking having it
serious-
whizzing around mid-set,
Yeah.
mid-pod.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, the fucking sound quality. Zach's fucked the sound
Yeah.
quality again. It's
Just
like,
not
Yeah.
talking
Oh,
for 10 minutes in front of
yeah, don't worry about that. That's just the zone footage. That will be in every episode, guys. Yeah, for the 40 guys that watch on YouTube, you're having a great time.
Yeah,
but-
Yeah.
I love these. They're beautiful shots.
Up the stairs.
Yeah.
You know, who's on tonight?
That'd be sick.
Oh, we
Like,
laugh about it now. There'll be little ones that can do it, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
and it's
true.
like,
Just a drone, me not wanting to go downstairs to ask people if they're here for comedy, just this drone whizzing at people's heads like, hi, are you here for the comedy? Go
Yeah,
upstairs
you on
now.
FaceTime.
People are like, fucking having
there'll be a
heart attack.
drone in every chair, you know, just hovering on the
Yeah.
chair.
Oh, that would be good.
Bloody Star Wars stuff, isn't it?
It's
getting there,
spooky
mate.
stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I mean, we've covered drone guys a bit, but yeah, Boys and Their Toys is an awesome. A guy that's right into drones is.
Yeah.
Is
There's
sick.
never been a better time for a boy and his toys.
Mm.
You can go down any sort of fucking lane with that, mate. There's so many different toys out there.
Oh, yeah.
It is great. The world is an elaboration of like when we were kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like I love when like in like the NBA or whatever. And now the NBA, you can watch every game live fucking all day.
Yeah.
Quite easily, and buy every. Back then you couldn't get jack shit.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
you can buy every fucking warm up top, like.
Yeah. 'cause,
And
everyone's-
everything's similar, whatever you're into,
Yeah.
But it's like from
Yeah,
that
you're so
time,
right. Like,
the millennials, I suppose, They
everyone
just-
grew up like wanting more and
Yeah,
more and
yeah,
more
yeah,
'cause it
yeah.
wasn't there. Now they're in charge and they're just like, fucking, here's all this shit.
That's
You can have
everything.
whatever you want.
Yeah, it's all fucking Transformers, It's all bloody Tesla.
Oh, mate, it sure is. Can't wait to be the first guy with a Tesla robot.
That would be nice, yeah.
We'd have a little. What if we had a permanent third mic, just a little Tesla robot on here? We're like, what do you think of that, Tessie? And he's like, haha, funny stuff, boys.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we
They'll-
program him to think we're awesome.
He
No,
laughs
they
at
know,
every
they
joke.
know.
Mate,
anyway.
well, they have good taste.
Yeah, machine learning.
Elon Musk is one of the funniest guys in the world, so his robots are going to have like the coolest comedy taste.
Yeah, he knows humor.
Yeah, it'll be all like Doge humor. It'll know all the coolest memes, man.
Bro,
It'll know, like, because I'm such a meme lord.
It's gonna
Elon's
be
such a
crazy.
cool guy, man. He will
Crazy
know the
times.
coolest stuff. He'll be so cool.
I saw something today where he's going to have like a position in the US government if Trump gets in.
Oh, he's. I don't think I've ever seen anyone more cringe than when he's at the Trump rallies.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's sick.
He keeps doing this like weird little jump, and his little gut pops out.
Yeah.
And it's apparently does this jump where he throws because he's trying to make the X like the Twitter X.
Oh right.
And it's
you
really
can't.
it's like I know you can't be mean to autistic people, but this sort of this autism's bad.
Yeah. I mean, Toyota already did it as
yeah,
well.
it's narcissism. It's
Yeah.
everything.
Same
Yeah,
thing.
you can't make the logo of your company a
Yeah.
shape that you can put your body
He-
into.
he tr-
For a
Yeah.
start,
Yeah, that's a good rule.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
have a think about that.
yeah.
X.
Well, I don't know if you boys witnessed him trying to get a USA chant going.
Yeah. I was just
It's
thinking of
like,
that. But
it's like if you haven't seen it, go. He's like USA.
yeah, the cadence
like,
he does it
it's
with
like
is like
a
nothing I've
crazy
ever
guy.
heard. It's fucking bizarre.
Yeah,
But getting a chant going doesn't discriminate. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you see people, your whole life you see people try and do it and they can't pull it off.
oh,
You know, you
it's-
see it a lot of sports, and you would have done
Yeah.
one or two yourselves.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
admit it.
it's-
I admit it on this, wherever. And
it's a
it's
brutal
something.
feeling.
What starts it? It's like it's got to be. It's like
Yeah.
catching a wave. I think.
It takes a special sort of person to get a
And
Yeah.
energy
chant
in the
going
room.
and make
Yeah.
it feel cool. Because often it's bombing.
You see it in comedy a lot.
Oh,
People
well,
do it. Yeah.
well.
But a lot of people they don't go in hard enough, so they sort of half-ass it, and then you're already fucked there. like going half-ass into a chant, like no one's gonna jump on
It's
board.
a good one is often like maybe at the cricket or something like that. You'll see like, and this is mean, and this is me being like, I'm older, but I'm still cool. You'll see like a young guy with the real, these guys with the real Gen Z mullets,
broccoli heads,
the
Young
trendy
broccoli
mullet
head.
and mo, the cool glasses or whatever. They all have the same outfit on at the cricket, and and one of them will be like, trying to get on his Insta or whatever, trying to start a Mexican wave.
Yeah.
And when that eats shit, that's pretty
nice.
That's pretty fulfilling.
I've
to
never
watch.
seen one start. Now
Yeah,
that I'm thinking about it.
they labour for a bit
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like a guy being like, "Come on!"
Takes a bit of swell to get it going.
Australia's not the country.
Yeah,
it's the tide.
yeah.
It's low tide.
Yeah.
There's no reefs.
Yeah.
It's low tide on the enthusiasm.
You take that yank shit elsewhere, mate. But sometimes there'll be a hero that.
But once
For
it's
some
up
reason.
and going, it's like it's pretty powerful.
It's
It's
that's
hard not to, like, you feel like a bit of a cunt if you're just sitting there and everyone else is on board.
The power, like, to get it going, and then often it's like, well, can we end this now? Sometimes they just you're going on up for your fourth wave. You're like, how long's this set?
You're getting gassed.
Fucking
More.
big swell coming through on this set.
Yeah.
The waves aren't ending, brother.
Mexican tidal wave. Fuck me dead.
You'd love to know how it started being called a Mexican wave.
Yeah, you would, hey. I wonder if they called it that or if
I have my
it was
doubts.
bestowed upon
Don't
them.
know. I think it'd be probably racist. The
Yeah.
derivation of calling it that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But then you're just standing up.
Speaking of the Trump rallies, guys, I think I've heard he's trying to stop the Mexican wave.
Yes.
You like that? That's a bit
I'm
of searing
not
political
talking about
comedy.
the MCG there.
Yeah.
You done about Tony Hinchcliffe's job, mate.
Yeah, that was cool.
Oh, yeah, they did kill him.
Tony got big time there.
They killed him.
It is wild to be too racist for a Trump rally.
Yeah. So I saw someone say, he's like, the Puerto Rican thing was like the fourth worst.
Yeah.
Everyone's focusing on the Puerto Rico stuff. The bit where he's like, there's a black guy there. We carve watermelons together. Everyone's like,
That's a
I haven't
Halloween
seen
joke,
it
mate.
all, actually. Just the highlights, yeah.
It's not bad. It is funny. Like, Trump people are like, ooh. Okay. I'm trying to do I'm trying to find your level, guys. It's so funny.
Yeah.
And being like, oh, it was a joke. It's like, well, yeah, but you're not at a club.
Yeah, you're at a rally.
Yeah. Why are they being so political about it? It's like, wow. But yeah.
Lots
it's
of
exciting
crazy stuff
stuff.
happening over there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a
man.
wild old world, mate.
Yeah. So with this basketball jam, so you're going to be playing with other guys, or what's the?
Yeah, for Passport.
Oh,
Skate company. They've
so,
got a team.
oh, nice.
We've
So
got
it's like a
team.
pub cricket style.
I guess so. Yeah, like
Each
Vans
pub
is
has
a
their own
team.
club.
Yeah,
Okay.
Fast Times. There's a few. I think there's about 8 teams or something, and it's sort of a knockout tournament.
Who's the hot ticket, you reckon, mate?
When's
Is
this
that-
coming out?
Oh, yeah, true. No. Why is there a betting league? Is there?
No, nothing like that. No.
That'd be sick. Just a degenerate.
Yeah,
being like,
yeah. No, I don't
I'm
know.
betting on the Vans team.
I'm looking forward to playing. You know, I mean, I got a lot of experience, so that'll be fun. And then I think it's just sort of fun. You know.
Are a bunch of the other guys on the Passport team the guys you play with each week?
No, unfortunately not. But we've been shooting and shit together. It's been
I
good.
like this.
So it's been social. It's been good. It's been a good something to like.
Yeah. Does it have the energy of like, oh, this will be fun, but would be good to roll a few here?
Yeah,
especially
once you're in it, you wanna win.
especially because it's knockout, so it's like you got to keep playing as well, you know, like. And then I don't know if there's opportunities to sort of go overseas and do the other ones as well,
Ooh.
which would be good.
Fuck
know?
it, you'd
World champions.
Yeah.
It'd be a real like when some Aussie mates like in those real American or sports. It's like, oh yeah, I played schoolboy Australia soccer, and then they go to Brazil and they're like, oh no.
Yeah.
I feel like the skateboard basketball league.
Yeah.
Suddenly go to the States. You're like, oh right. This is fucked.
Oh, we got Kevin on our team, Kevin Sheely from the States.
Yeah.
Because they're flying a bunch of people over and shit from all around, you know, all the pros and stuff. So yeah, if this I don't know when this comes out, but it's on the 8th Is it the 8th? Next Friday.
Yeah, that'll be out by then.
It's sort of around this time, I think.
That's
Where
sick.
is
And
it?
where is it?
I think in Port Melbourne or something.
Yeah.
It's-
Is
Yeah.
tickets
It's
available?
it's free to attend. I think.
Yeah.
You just got to get there.
Yeah. Sick.
Yeah, that sounds
so yeah,
fun.
a bit of a plug for that.
And then is there like skating around it as well?
Yeah,
and
they have a
stuff?
big event. I think like they've got like a cool thing on the Saturday. It's 2 days where it's like, I haven't seen it exactly. I have seen a quick photo, but I think they've built like an obstacle that's sort of, it's like a ramp sort of between like AFL posts kind of thing. Like you might, and maybe it has to go over like a normal footy goal or something, but something, you know, a bit Melbourne, a bit Aussie that they'll like skate to make it a bit, you know, whatever, and probably paint it green, you know, I'm sure something like that.
Yeah.
that
But that's
sounds
that's
alright.
pretty sick, you know.
Yeah, that's
I
great.
reckon
That's
that's the
fun.
best type of like demonstration skating, you know, because it's quite common if like, you know, that vans will make a fucking shoe, but you can skate the shoe, you know, it's a box or whatever, some shit, and this will be I think sort of going through goalposts,
Yeah.
from a thing or whatever. So on
Yeah,
the
that
Saturday,
sounds
and they
fun.
have bands and shit as well, you know.
Yeah. Fuck, that sounds alright.
It's all free, so yeah,
I'll come on down. Shank will be there.
I'll be there. Definitely on the Friday, probably on the Saturday too, but I'll just
Is
be
that
there.
the final on the Saturday,
Confident,
mate?
Well, Saturday's just the skate event.
Okay.
The whole basketball wraps up on Friday.
Righto,
It's
yeah,
only
yeah,
on
yeah,
Friday. But yeah, it's good.
So how many teams are we talking?
I think about 8. Would that make sense? You got 4
Yeah.
games. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 8. I think it's 8.
Well, yeah, you definitely don't want to go early then.
Nah. Yeah, keen to keen to get out there and have fun, and hopefully the shots go in, you know.
Oh, we pray. Are they? What is it? Half court?
Yeah, 3-on-3,
Okay.
which is like
Olympic sport.
it is Olympic
Yeah.
sport. Yeah, but I couldn't really. I didn't even think they showed it to watch it. You know, on the bloody Channel 9.
I saw
watched-
a little bit of
yeah,
it.
Yeah, online maybe.
You had to go on the streamer, man.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
on there a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hard with the
Scoping around, looking for the most fucked thing I could watch.
I think 3-on-3 will be fun for this and a lot easier. But I think, you know, I'd rather watch like 5-on-5. That's you know, it's more tactical and, you know, like proper evolved from 3-on-3 is like fucking, you know. Yeah, I don't know about the
It's a
Olympics.
bizarre
It's the
thing
equivalent of
for
breakdown,
the
you know, not to go
Olympics.
there
Yeah,
either,
yeah.
but like it's like, you know.
Would they have like, both Olympic sports now, Shank. You could be a duel. Imagine that. You're just skating for Australia and then you're going to the 3-on-3 basketball.
The first game we're playing in this thing is against Nick Bazzirio. He's on the team who does the commentary for the skating.
They
So
rock those guys.
Yeah, he's good.
The Aussie
He's
guys
great.
are...
Yeah, he's great. He's
Half the
great.
time they're just like, oh, fuck. Oh,
Yeah.
Trying not to swear.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
the
Yeah.
Olympic skating.
So
Or
it's
just any skate
yeah,
competition.
where it's Olympic adjacent, you know,
Yeah,
by
they're
default,
involved.
which is cool.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I don't know if we talked about this. I mean, I think I've talked to you off pod about it, but what is the energies? Are people coming around more to the Olympics in skating now?
Oh, I think it's like kind of accepted, and then it's like you
But
can
it's
take it or leave. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
not like, I mean, there's a few people who's like, fuck that. You know what I mean? And then I mean that shit is kind of true to a degree, but then
It's
similar to
mostly
what
kids.
similar to what happens in our industry, where it's like all the bullshit that, you know what I mean, all these untalented people fucking have, you know what I mean, but it kind of doesn't, it's not to the detriment of people coming out, you know, to an extent. Like all the like if you thought there's this many online clips, people would never go out to shows, but it's not true. I don't
Yeah,
think it's,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean, people's
Yeah.
coming out, it's hard, you know, like, and I think maybe with skating too, like you've got that, and then you've got fucking core skating, I'll fucking sleep in the drain or whatever, you know, like, and it just all exists now.
Yeah, you want a
know?
broad church, you know.
Well, I like
yeah.
the Olympic skating just because there's so many, like, it's all kids. It's all like little, like, 12-year-old girls and stuff. Like so many of the
and 50-year-old and a couple of 50.
I
it's
reckon,
like the
yeah.
mix is the best. Like you get big air and it's like like 10, 12-year-old Chinese girls
And
and,
they're-
Bob Burnquist is like 50 years
Yeah.
old. They're all
They're-
Yeah,
They're-
it's a
it's
good.
cool.
Well, the entertainment industry has corrupted me, but you watch it and you go, oh, it's entertaining.
Yeah.
Oh,
They've
yeah,
made
it's
it
fun.
work for like TV and watching at home and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but someone was telling me, and this was refreshing, because most people think it is sick, which I like it. And then but in I think some of the street stuff in the Olympics, I can't remember who said this, but I just was refreshing because they do really try and have a perfect run. And so someone just said, yeah, I think it's boring.
Yeah,
Like
too
they
clean.
just and you think there is part of it.
Yeah.
But then when they're going for like the single trick and they get it and it builds the right 10, you know, you got to get this score. It's sort of lame. Like it is taking skating fully into sporting territory, but it's pretty exhilarating. I think those ones were, and it does happen where they do make the miracle fucking trick at the end.
Bring the best
and that
out
can
of
happen in skate. You know, you can get like those clutch moments.
That element of like competition can really fucking like.
Yeah. But all the events have that. But I think that best trick shit has brought out some crazy shit.
Yeah.
And I think people like that, you know, like all skaters kind of get into that. Yeah. It's like what you got one last go kind of thing before the guard.
Yeah.
They made this video in Melbourne a few years, maybe over 10 years ago now, I can't remember, but it was sick. It was so good. It was called Seki Presh. Seki's like security guard, like Seki pressure. So it's when you're in the fucking spot and the guard's coming to kick you out. You know what I mean? So it's like, fuck, you got one more go and they're coming and that's it. But they took that to the limit. Like they went in so many places in Melbourne, like where it's like set of stairs in the building, you know, corporate buildings and shit. And we just go, there's some mental videos in it. If you don't,
great.
It's really good. And like big slams, big tricks, you know, big drama. Like it was sick. Seki press.
Just going for it.
Just an attitude. And that was the whole thing. Like fucking, like make them come out, you know, like pretty sick.
So they were using, real secretary. Yeah, real.
I'm trying to think of if there's an equivalent.
Was there was quite a like, I don't know, went very viral, like a guy, was that in Melbourne in maybe one of the stations, like jumping, like doing a big grind and then jumping the Mikey.
Oh, he rolled. That's the same guy, Nick Bazziria, who we're playing in the thing, the Olympic commentator.
That was pretty red hot.
Yeah. Well, they're always. Well, that's almost like the evolution. Because he's crazy. He's amazing skater. Yeah, he just drops in on like the silver bit on the escalator in the middle, you know. Which you can't. You know, it's crazy.
You fantasize about that, like when you're going down those big escalators.
Yeah. And he drops in up high, and like it's got the kink, and so it pushes you. You know, and you see the way he lands, he's all rugged, and then he just manages to like. I mean, that's kind of they've almost they've sort of made that a way of skating, you know.
Yeah.
But that's very much part of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it is, if not Flinders Street, like. Definitely here somewhere.
Yeah.
Because that's where he lives.
Yeah.
I think it's up at
Parliament's
Parliament.
got those,
It's
they're fucking huge. Those escalators.
I don't think he goes there. But he does like the entry bit.
Yeah. But they skate up there too. All these guys. At Parliament, you know. There was a sick clip. This one guy, I forget exactly how it worked. I think the cop's got his board. He takes it, but then this guy gabbers like. Cop's got his back to him with the board and he takes it off. I can't remember, something like that. It's just like real sick.
I love those ones. But
they
like the Seki's trying to get in the way. One's distracting him like a fucking rodeo clown and the guy just go and do the.
For sure.
It's sick.
The cunts here definitely go hard at it, you know.
Yeah.
They make a point of doing that shit.
Yeah, that fucking
which
rules.
I love. I don't know what the equivalent is for like stand up or whatever, you know, on the tools. I mean, you might get a riff going or something, you know what I mean, in this thing, but it's not like it's rare. You sort of got this thing where you've got one shot at a thing, you know, or something, or just some unique opportunity.
Totally.
Other than like a heckler or something. I suppose that is what it would be.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Blowing up.
Oh man, God.
God,
the dream. Get a riff going, like skating down there.
What an absolute
Flinders Street steps.
There's not many buzzer beater opportunities. You know, like when I do the cruise shit and you got the clock counting down. You never were getting a laugh at the end. You know, if you're not getting a laugh at 10:51, you're not getting one at 32 seconds. You know.
There's nothing like the Sav rocker, you know, as the long bomb, as they say.
When you start walking.
When they're not getting them, and it's like, well, I've done my time, but I haven't got a laugh yet. But what everyone wants is me to do another 4 minutes here.
I mean, when you do a solo show and no cunt likes it in the first 5 minutes, and you're like, oh man, I'm locked here for another 50, and just telling you jokes to silence.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's really,
you never know.
Long bomb, mate.
You've never had your last one either.
True.
It's just around the corner.
Yeah.
Taking you by surprise. Probably when you're feeling good.
Yeah, when you think you're killing it. I was on the Gold Coast a couple of years ago, and I had a show, and I knew the show, and it was all good, but just that big room, I didn't fill it up. Everyone sat like a couple seats back, so I couldn't see any cunt felt like the whole room was empty. I'm just
At the Hoda.
Yeah.
Down. Yeah, that would definitely be one.
Speaking into the abyss.
Yeah, that's big if it's not, isn't it?
I ended up just laughing at myself. Like, just it was funny how hard I was bombing the whole time.
Well, plus that's not the the best audience.
Yeah, exactly.
For something like like for that either. They want the fucking. Not the bells and whistles, but it's not exactly.
Yeah, just having a few of them smattered around and they don't know who you are. They're just like people who go to the fucking Hoda, whoever they are. And they're just sitting there looking at you. You got to try and just fucking get through it. No buzzer beaters there, mate. I'm just counting the clock.
Yeah. That's the home of the arts. Where does it go from there?
Yeah.
Highly contentious.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to play in a away game. I'll put it that way.
Well, maybe you do. It's like you go to a plumber's place and all these taps are leaking.
Chevron Island, the home of the arts. Chevron.
Yeah.
But it is nice. I mean, I love it up there.
But
it's just, we've all done it.
Yeah, you can bomb in that fucking room. I've had great gigs in that room as well, but when you bomb in there, you feel it for a few years.
Yeah, it's long. It's just long.
Yeah.
Well, that's beautiful stuff. Well, we got skate fellas. Did you have any? Can I ask you, Shank? Like, what's the vibe? Is there like a certain subset of guys that like a sort of, I guess, what is it, like posers or something? Like, is there guys that float around in the scene that are sort of despised, or what's their energy?
Like a maligned sort of sect of skateboarders.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it is highly.
Or maybe it sort of died down. Probably, I know it sort of revitalized skating, but maybe around the Tony Hawk years, the video game.
I think it continues it is a very like tunnel vision thing, to the point. You know what I mean? It's like. Those shoes, like it is like no, I can't.
You can't be wearing those shoes.
It is like that, and it does.
Yeah.
For better or worse, it does. You do, yeah.
How's the relationship?
I mean, not for everyone, I guess, but I feel like core skating is very much like that. It's like this is the way. It's you know what I mean. Anything outside of this, and it doesn't even speak to equality really, but just like. An attitude,
Yeah. Can you run us through like some of the politics of the bowl? Like, what's the etiquette? Like.
What's the relationship between skateboarders and rollerbladers these days? Is there still fruit booters around?
Yeah, it's all out there. I think it's.
I think they're coming back.
It's all a bit roll on, It's all let's go. Yeah, it's not the same. You used to get the stickers or whatever, where it's like the cunt throwing the blades in the bin and all that shit. And
so I rollerbladed for like a year, maybe a couple of years in high school.
Yeah.
And we used to get made fun of a bit.
Yeah.
Talk shit, mainly because my rollerblades were real big.
Yeah.
Everyone just called me moon boots. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was walking past the exit like last week, and there was like 6 people on rollerblades yarning.
Yeah,
just
right.
in the CBD.
The skates and the blades, and it's all, it's all.
Brat's brought all the 2000s back, mate.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Rollerblading's back.
Shout out the B-Rat.
Yeah.
It is all out there. No, I don't think, not like that where it was like, I don't even know. I don't know if I never saw like any physical fighting, but just the cult, the Sega versus Nintendo. Yeah, it's all like that, Yeah, people used to draw, like I remember when I got older, I saw this game. I don't know when they made it, but it was a game and it had Mario and Sonic in the same game.
Yeah.
But when I grew up in the 90s and shit, and would read the video game, people would draw their own pictures of like Mario just fucking shooting Sonic's head off with a rocket launcher and shit like this. They'd draw it, for the infinity of the game. And it's like if you fucking knew what was coming, they're gonna be in the same game.
Dream of it. I don't know if I've told you.
Like if you could find them now to be funny, Hyper. I remember I had the subscription Hyper. All this shit, like obscene killing scenes, blood, drops of blood.
That's so funny. I don't know if I told this story on the podcast before. When I was rollerblading in high school, there was this one guy. He's probably like 3 or 4 years older than us, and he was really good at rollerblading, and we all fucking like looked up to him, respected him and stuff, until one day he told us this story about he was somewhere else, Brisbane or Sydney or something, and he was in like this huge bowl, and he couldn't get out of it, and he cried.
Right.
We just had no fucking respect for him. Like the view of this guy.
That was the feeling. That's almost rare to happen like that, where it's like on a single yard, like one thing. It's like, it's not.
One thing just turned us off completely.
It is a haunting image. You're just in your roller skates and you just can't get back up.
You could, it could happen.
Crawling around.
It could happen.
Yeah.
On the right, in the right spot. Like there's a lot of big ones there, like now, especially.
Even if you take the rollerblade, you're like tired.
Yeah.
It's daunting.
It's like the end of Ninja Warrior trying to get up there.
Hit the buzzer.
Yeah, some of
skateboarders are watching you, laughing at you. Can't get out of the bowl, man.
Yeah.
Well, they often have shit there to get cunts out, you know,
Yeah.
on site, like ladder
ladder.
and shit. Yeah.
Like a ship.
Yeah. Crane. They got a crane.
Oh, God.
Winch cunts out of it.
Yeah, Jesus. Oh, that's nice. And then just because you know I've never been a skater. Is there like these unwritten rules around the bowl, like you take it one at a time, like surfing or something, or?
So yeah, kind of. That doesn't always work out that way. But yeah, of course, there's etiquette. Yeah, now it's so different because like skate parks and everything are so different. You know, they are for like little kids. Like that's who's there. Like it just didn't used to be like that. You know, at all. Like there'd be no one there. Like it is a different sport or like a different hobby now. It really has changed. They used to be down the back of the fucking toilets in the sport, you know, and now it's like you look at any skate, especially any new one around Mel, like you'll say, you know, they're around and it's just a fucking family centre, you know.
I went to a bunch one with Quirk when we were on roadshow, and he like made an art out of just avoiding the kids as he was doing what he was trying to do. It's just like par for the course. There's always going to be like a little kid on a bike. Yeah. You just got to factor that into everything that you want to do.
Yeah, it is. It can be annoying. I mean, I know I'll sound like an old cunt saying that, but it's just different. You know, it used to be and just even the way they are and all this shit. Like, I guess there's still a few old ones around. You just got to pick the spots. But like, it is. It is like it's changed a lot. You know. Yeah. So it's like you can't even now, and like, you know. It is funny when it happens, but it's a bit like crazy. But I have seen, you know, like where like older skaters and shit fucking getting into it with parents and shit, you know. Like, it's like, and that's just what I'm. And that there would be a bit of that, you know, because and I'm thinking it's like when some cunt's got a piece of paper that's green on one side and red on the other, you know, and you're looking at it, it's green, but on the other side everyone's going, it's red. Yeah. That's what the issue. It's like you can't this. I feel like people should know better than taking their kids because they'd be my age, presumably. Like if I had, like, you know what I mean? I'd be like, this is an old culture, son.
Yeah,
you know?
I have an awesome tiger mum versus skater guy. It's an awesome like.
Well, they're a real like hotspot too, skate parks, because families go down. There's skaters, obviously, but then there's just like kids that want to drink somewhere. Like that was always a good spot to drink when you're a teenager and stuff. So there's always something going on.
It's not clandestine, or it used to be way more like that, you know. And it's like, you know, towns didn't want them, and now they need them. Yeah, kind of. But I actually sort of hate it. The way it is now. Yeah. But yeah,
we went to that one in Albury. Maybe it was Badon. No, it was Albury. This is the fucking biggest skate park I've ever seen.
Yeah, that one actually looks good for a new park. I haven't been, but the old one was good. I really like the old one, and they knocked it down. There's a few examples of this. This is how long I've been skating, I suppose, now. It's like parks that I've loved. I wouldn't say I loved that one, but I skated a few times, the old one, and it was good. Yeah. You know, good old park. And there was one near where I'm in New South Wales, in Berry, that I loved. And they build new ones and they just knock the old one down.
And there's no even like...
It hurts, you know. It's like, it was better before, you know. It's like and it's just fully like...
Do they try to replicate the old one at all?
Like some might have like a little nod to a certain, but not really either, you know.
Yeah. We need to make the first heritage listed.
Yeah, save our parks.
I think there might be a couple examples of that. Maybe the West Hobart Bowl, possibly heritage listed, which is one of the oldest in Australia.
That's sick.
I think maybe, and something in Albany in Western Australia, sort of down the bottom of. I haven't been to Albany.
There's all rules about it. It's like you can't touch that graffiti. That's heritage.
Yeah. You know? Maybe there's
Well, that was the other thing. The Albury skate park. It was fucking like spotless. There was no graffiti on it at all. Which was, I think, is like indicative of what you were saying. Like they're different kind of places now.
Yeah. Some of them still get a bit, but it doesn't even look the same on the concrete and stuff, you know, or whatever. Yeah, I haven't been to that big. I mean, it does look good, yeah, but they're just different, you know. It's just a whole different scene.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that beautiful little history lesson, Shank. We probably need to.
Here,
I might need to start getting this gig ready.
Yeah, mate.
Well, that was a great little app, Shank.
Good pod
thanks
before
for
the
coming
show.
on, mate.
Yeah,
Thank you for doing that, mate.
Do you want to plug anything before we fuck off here?
When are you coming out?
Probably tonight or tomorrow
Oh,
morning.
nice one. I'll come to the Bunt Jam.
Yeah.
In Port Melbourne, and then any shows here, I'll be here. I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah, just continue the sort of ongoing support generally.
Yeah, follow Shank on Insta.
Would be great, yeah.
Very funny. It's got some great web series you can catch up on. Redfern Electrical, very good.
Yeah, check it all out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fighting a good fight. But yeah, I'll be around for a few years, so.
Yeah. Come see him before it all,
Yeah.
falls apart.
Yeah, before the
the clock's ticking. Yeah, so no, threaten
No
the
rush,
audience.
but
No rush,
on,
but
you know.
A lot of people like to threaten the audience to attend, but not me. But probably going to die at the end of this year, so
Yeah.
if you want to see a show,
I was
get
there.
a tick, No.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks for listening.
All right, thanks, guys.
Everyone,
Appreciate it,
thanks,
Shank.
Shank. Thanks, Huey.
Zach, do you have anything to plug?
Nah, fuck all, mate.
And just one last thing. Feed 'em, brah.
Oh, wow.
Fucking
Fuck, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, Shank.
Well,
Thank you,
we're
mate.
gonna leave it on that.
That's how we fed 'em.